All right. Welcome to Taco Burger News, your premier source for news when it comes to gaming. I'm a gaming expert. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Um, we report news daily, and I try to be as consistent as possible with reporting the news on all types of things. Few things we're talking about today. We're talking about an advancement in the Nintendo versus Palworld lawsuit. Another Amazon MMO reported to be canceled. There was a mobile failure with the new title Supercell. And there's a few big releases we're going to discuss. Let's go ahead and hop right into it, starting with the Nintendo versus Palworld lawsuit. Looks like the Japan Patent Office has reportedly rejected a Nintendo patent for its Pokemon capture mechanic. This development considerably ups the ante in the ongoing legal battle, which is huge news for the viral hit Palworld. Now, this is pretty interesting news because if you hadn't played Palworld, it's this game that was originally kind of marketed as Pokemon with guns. And it turns out it not really being like that too much, and it was more like, just more like a work managed type game. Like you can give the pals different tasks. So it's kind of cool in that respect. I would say that it was a really fun game to play. I really enjoyed playing Power World. But Nintendo obviously was gonna have an issue with that because there are portions of Power World that's similar to Pokemon. Well, there's a lot of it that's similar to Pokemon, if you just want to be real about it. It's definitely Pokemon inspired. But of course, there's a lot of things that are inspired by other things. Like there's so many things that are new ideas that are just simply remixes of old ideas and combined things. So I think there should always be room and allotment for that because sometimes that could be the advancement. Like, maybe even Nintendo could look at some of what Power World is doing and maybe implement that into what they're doing with Pokemon. And they might even attract a larger audience by doing so. So I think it's always best to understand that you won't always be the top dog doing something, and sometimes that something needs to be done. So yeah, I think this is good for Power World. Nintendo themselves always try to have like a little stranglehold on everything, and I think sometimes you gotta let things go the way they go. Amazon MMO reportedly canceled again. Amidst the recent corporate layoffs, Amazon's ambitious Lord of the Rings MMO is reportedly dead for the second time. This is the latest major shutdown story in the industry, following the cancellation of the New World servers. So we did talk about the upcoming cancellation of the New World servers for their MMO for that game. And Amazon just seems to be, cutting things left and right. It's actually kind of alarming. So hopefully there's something on the other end of this that's good. We'll get into that mobile failure. Supercell, one of the most successful mobile studios, has announced it will shut down the popular multiplayer game Squad Busters next year, less than 18 months after launch. So that's actually kind of sad. That means that game hardly had a chance to be alive. And to be honest, I hadn't even really heard of it. I'm not really a big mobile gamer, but to be honest, that's a huge part of gaming these days. So when we talk about gamers, we have to really talk about the different types. There's gamers who are on console, some on PC, and some who are on mobile. And mobile has been really kind of stepping it up. I have to say I haven't played anything in mobile would be a lie. I've actually played a little Call of Duty mobile, and it's actually kind of good. Especially for free. Like if I didn't have a system and I just had a controller and I just felt like playing, I could really see myself just really enjoying just casually playing Call of Duty after work or something. You know. So mobile gaming is a respected field, and they're not all easy games. Some actually require a level of strategy and skill. So Let's give the mobile gamers respect. Few big releases going on. There was a new game that launched today called Arc Raiders. And that game has definitely been a highly anticipated game. They're saying it's already performing well, with reports saying that it surpassed the concurrent player count of the finals at launch. And the finals was a pretty cool game itself. It was one of those games that had a lot of buzz around it and stuff. Arc Raiders has a lot of buzz around it. It's an extraction shooter. I played a little bit of the beta and also picked up the game, so you guys might get a review out of that. Get in the comments if you want a review. Just say review in the comments. Asking you shall receive. There is another major Nintendo surprise. There was a surprise drop from Nintendo. Animal Crossing New Horizons, Nintendo Switch 2 edition was announced. The update will bring enhanced visuals and new features, including the ability to buy and play a selection of classic Nintendo games via an in-game retro console. So that's pretty interesting. Like, you can actually play some classic Nintendo titles. Hopefully they have the old Super Mario Brothers over there. That would be a pretty nice thing to have. Because Animal Crossing was one of those games that kind of really took a life of its own over the pandemic, the COVID pandemic, and a lot of people were playing that to help pass time and stay connected with one another. So I think people definitely view it like an old friend coming back around. And to be honest, the Switch 2 just kind of needs it. They've been having all these different kinds of the issues with Mario Kart not being what everybody expected. There's a lot of people I know that are playing the old Mario Kart, so that just gives you an idea of how not good that Mario Kart is in comparison. So something to consider, if you're a Switch 2 owner. There's also a free-to-play weekend going on. Xbox has free play days, giving Game Pass Ultimate Premium and Essential members a free weekend of games, including Call of Duty Black Ops 6, multiplayer and zombies, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, and Dead by Daylight. Retro remakes also released today are Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake and the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. So we talked about those two games yesterday, and those are definitely some cool games. Especially a Legacy Collection. I'm kind of eyeballing that myself. Mhm. We have a little corporate and movie news. The Xbox hardware dip. Microsoft's Q1 earnings report showed that Xbox hardware sales are down 29% year over year, contributing to a 2% overall fall in gaming revenue. The company noted that third-party content sales performed better than expected. That's pretty wild. And to think that Xbox is doing something silly like raising the prices on their console. I mean, I know there's the tariff thing going on, so of course companies have to do what they have to kind of make their bottom line. But I think what a little bit of what Xbox is doing is egregious. Just two price jumps on the consoles themselves, along with the jump in the subscription and the Game Pass, just totally killing the whole benefit as to having it. It's just absolutely silly to me. I don't understand why they make such an irresponsible decision in the position they are. So it feels like they're almost kind of demanding their spot. Like, hey, look, we own all these companies, just give us the spot. And that's just not how it works. That's just not how it works. But anyway, we'll move on to the next piece of news. Hollywood partnerships. A Call of Duty movie is officially in development, set to be directed by Peter Berg and written by Yellowstone creator Taylor Sheridan. So that may be good. I mean, the campaigns are already kind of like a movie. They have actors and stuff in there. So I think it's a little weird that just go and make a Call of Duty movie like somebody's really asking for this. But of course, it might be something compelling considering who's getting involved and all the moving pieces with that. So the best thing I could say is like, we'll just see what happens. No need to judge things before we see what goes down. So that's the news. If there's anything that you want to add, please let it be known in the comments. If you made it this far in the video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for checking out Taco Burger News. I'll see you tomorrow.